Okay, we in the car. Just got back from having some Mexican food, and there, I met we met this guy. Don't know his name or nothing, but he was asking for some money, something, and he said he's from DC, and so Sidra went to the store, got him $10 so he can go somewhere, get some chicken or something, pick up some kind of food and stuff. So, I normally she wouldn't want to do it, but I'm like, gotta help somebody out, help a brother out, white, black, that's just me though. That's, I'm the fool that will be parted with his money because he doesn't like to see somebody else suffer. I'm the fool. But if we get taken, we get taken. We do good as long as we do the right thing. That's how I feel. But here talking to him, I guess I could have interviewed him there, but I don't know. Just I haven't gotten that far. Maybe one day I'll do that. But the series wouldn't be, too rapid. It wouldn't be too many things coming out. But what was going on is he couldn't get a job. He's tried to find jobs at many places around here, and he just can't. And it's because he's got a criminal record. He was in prison for 21 months for robbery. And what he explained in his story is that, guy was drunk. This dude, he had probably about, I think he said 9 shots of whiskey, and he had a few, tall beers in him. So the guy was fussing him out. They was all arguing and stuff, and the guy just fell out. He fell out. His wallet came out, and, he's like, well, you see a wad of money, take it. So he took it. And, he told the cops and others, he said, she said thing, but he's telling me, no, I took the shit. I was laughing. I couldn't help it. It was funny. And I think if you're going to have a wad of money on you and you're going to go out and get drunk, you're pretty much asking to get robbed. I mean, classic cliche, even back in the 1950s, and even back further, the 30s, they tell you, don't go out with a bunch of money, and you damn sure don't go out with a bunch of money and get drunk. You go home with no money. So there's no excuse. I'm like, look, that robbery, that was damn near warranted. It was begged for. Get on your knees. Please take my money. But here's the thing. He can't get a job. He can't. He's trying. He's an older guy. He looks much older than me. But he can't get a job. And it's because they don't even do the background check. They just simply tell him, hey, you know what? It says here you got a criminal past. You've been convicted. So, we got nothing for you. And it's like it's been 6 years ago. So my thing is, and it raised a question in me while I'm listening to him and I'm talking to him, sharing my sides and all this, is it cruel and unusual punishment to continue to punish someone after they have served their time and repaid their debt to society? And Sidra next to me, she's driving because, I would really be messed up right now driving. But she says, yes, it is. So I'm going to let her talk. I'm going to get this thing right next to her. You free?
They want you to pay debt to society. So you pay debt to society, as long as it's not life sentence and stuff. And you get out. Okay. And they want you to be an upstanding citizen. Don't return to a life of crime or whatever have you, whatever the situation. But then once you get out here, nobody will hire you. Okay, so you paid your debt to society and you get out and trying to be upstanding citizen to get a job, do your 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or 11 to 7, whatever. But nobody will hire you. So how are you supposed to take care of yourself and your family if you have one if nobody's going to hire you? What does that leave you? What does that leave you? Crime. Stealing something. Selling something. Taking something. And then you get caught with it. Caught doing it. Oh, you're a repeat offender. They give you more time. It's a fucking setup. And it's not right. And not to mention, they they treat the criminals bad inside anyway, and they can learn how to be better criminals when they're inside, so they can use that shit outside. I mean, they might as well prepare. They're not going to be able to get a job 9 times out of 10. It's a setup.
It's like the housing bubble. You know that someone makes on average about $1,600 a month, and housing companies are selling homes that are worth $300,000 and more to these people, and they say, yeah, all you gotta do is just pay the $200 or $300 or $500 a month. But then all of a sudden the time runs out somehow, some time thing, and now they go up to $1,500. They can't keep the house, so they got to get rid of the house. They got to move out, and that's where that set up to fail thing came from. It also came from the fact of kids being in school, and they're learning to be model citizens, so to speak, and when they come out, there's nothing for them. So basically you're setting them up to fail. Let me teach you everything that has nothing to do with the real world, just so you can go out there and be like, I don't know what's going on. Without the internet, kids wouldn't be as up to date as they are. If they have to stay in school, they would learn what? U.S. history, and a very whitewashed U.S. history. They would learn about their science, their geometries and whatnot, which, get your feet wet, just like history, get your feet wet. They get their math on. They get up to about algebra 3, algebra 4 maybe, and some, depending upon what school programs you use, your trigonometries and things, calculus primarily. So you get your feet wet, you get some advancements here and there, but it's not teaching you how to pay your bills. It's not teaching you how to look for a job. It's not teaching you how to maintain that job or start your own business. It's not teaching you how to, I think I already said, pay your own taxes or whatnot.
How to pay taxes.
Yeah.
It's not teaching you the things that you should know to be able to succeed. Okay, history is great, but if you want to get deep down in history, you can go to school, go to college, and get a history degree. You don't need the same history over and over again in high school. They can teach coding, they can teach medical coding, they can teach early nursing, IT techs, all that stuff that's hiring and usable right now in high school if they wanted to, but they're still stuck on the same reading, writing, arithmetic. If kids knew they could eventually get into a class where they could actually get into something where they can make some money, like coding or IT or computer programming in high school, they may give a damn to be there. Instead of civics and home ec. You don't need home ec to learn how to cook. You need to find a grandma. She teach you how to cook. I'm done. So it's still, the question remains. So is going to school and not learning how to take care of yourself, or to be in your primary field of interest, and then set out into a world that's opposite of everything you've been going to school for 12 years for, is that seen as cruel and unusual punishment? Did I just whistle? But cruel and unusual punishment. I think those are fair questions. So those are two topics: prison to the workforce, and then scholastic career school into the real world / workforce. So is doing that cruel and unusual punishment? Would that be categorized as that? Is that basically torture? Because that's what cruel and unusual punishment is. It's torture. So let us know what you think in the comment sections below. We're curious. And if you please will, like, comment, share, subscribe, watch, rinse, repeat, because we're curious about a lot about what all of you think. People out there that we know and don't know and would like to know. So this is Cedric Kennedy and Sidra Owens for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening. Man, Carl, shit. Damn. You know what? You did that almost earlier.